And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in the Long Dark. Where I think the plan is to try to cook some bear meat if make the arrangement go reasonably well.
Too heavy.
So for the moment we'll leave this here and these here. And then in a slightly separate pile we'll leave the ham so we don't accidentally eat the ham. And if you can, let's get down and cook some bear. Hopefully it's not so windy that we can keep the torch with us. The bear kill was on the way out, so it's still reasonably recent. The bear hide, after all, has been cured. Oh. Hello, hello. Hello, raiders. So if you're... The plan is... Well, if you rewind the stream's been going on for a little bit. We've done a little bit of mapping. Fun's going well. I did a little bit of mapping out in...
Die if I don't.
The airfield. I'm out. Prepping to come back. That's the plan right now. To Coastal Highway. Work on one of the trader quests. Where did my meat pile go from the bit? Nice. Day 113. This run's been going a little bit longer than that. As soon as I get the fire set up down here, I'll bring up the calendar. We can see how long it's been. I sworn the bear was over here. Where did I leave my meat pile? Got a fire too. Yeah. That's certainly not it. This bear should have despawned. That's human. Have I looted this human? I haven't. Somewhat surprised that I'm missing a campfire. Nice. It's always nice to be able to relax in comfort while waiting for things. It's not over here. Huh. I'm confused why I'm not able to find the campfire from when I killed the bear earlier. I'm taking damage doing this, so I should not be running around too long. I'm not misremembering the bear, because I've got the bear hide and the guts inside. Just missing my meat pile. All things. There's the meat pile. Oh, spoofed it off. Okay. Here's the fire pile.
Come on.
Okay, bear meat on the pile. Bear meat on the pile. Should be getting... Yeah, we're already warm. Okay. So yes, going back to that, how long has this game been going on for? 253 days. We're on the 253rd day at this point. So it's been going on for quite a while. Just came back from mapping the second Polaroid out in the Forsaken Airfield. There's a Polaroid up here that basically maps all of this. Well, I wish you the best of luck at making your own record longer and better. I think this is probably the longest I have done it for as well. So have a good run going here. This is the second file that I've done
Right now.
Faithful Cartographer on. Which is how we started this run. I was trying to do Faithful Cartographer in the lower Great Bear. End of last stream, I finished up Signal Void, which is one of the reasons we were out in Forsaken Airfield. And we did dip into the zone of contamination, but we didn't map in there. One of those lost a little bit earlier. So I was going in here. Can I see? Not sure if we'll be able to see. Stat page, yes. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is not quite my longest one. The longest one must have been on Stalker. Been up to 291 on Stalker, apparently. Cool. Hope it goes well for you. The only hints I will give you upon Signal Void is, exception of maybe the one out in like an airfield. Most of the bunkers you need to go into are reasonably close. Am I able to cook with that ruined flower? So yes and no. If here I can go demonstrate. If I drop this one, I'm not able to cook with that ruined flower. It's kind of a bug associated with the mechanic. If you pick up the ruined one, and then you pick up one that you can use, it uses them in the order that you pick them up. And it checks only if you can use an ingredient, not if you can use the ingredient it uses. So, like, I just picked up in that order, so I picked up this one before this one. So it'll use this one before this one. Little bit of a cheesy mechanic. And when I get back to the coastline, I might just leave the ruined one behind, because I actually have higher quality flour at the pickup location. But yeah, there's a glitch in the mechanic where the mechanic doesn't actually check if the one it's using is appropriate to use. It just uses the first one on the list.
Dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
But yeah, that's why I'm carrying the ruined one around, because I can, by sort of using that glitch, use the ruined one. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's kind of unintended. And to be fair, with the fact that you can cook ruined meat, a lot of people thought it was unintended the other way around. Like the bug, like they thought it was the other way that was the bug. It's like, oh, you should be able to use the ruined ones because you can use it when you're just cooking things straight, and not the recipes. But the recipes want non-ruined items, and apparently that's intended. The developers have said that's intended, but there's a bug in that mechanic, which lets you cook them anyway, as long as you have one item that's not ruined. But yeah, as far as the bunkers, most of them, as long as you're near the radio tower when the aurora starts, you should be able to pick up the bunker on the radio. And then the other one is, I think Mountain Town doesn't always have the battery up there for it, so you may need to bring a battery up to Mountain Town to do the Mountain Town one. And if you're desperate looking for batteries, I think, well, Broken Road might be one of the places that has a battery guarantee. Trying to remember the names of the maps. Down Desolation Point, Hibernia Processing always has like 5 batteries on every save. So if you're really desperate for batteries, you can come out to Hibernia Processing and drag those ones out to do stuff. Whether to drag them out to do trades, or at the Coastal Highway, or drag them out to repair the Mountain Town radio tower. Or I suppose, I think the Pleasant Valley one might be RNG, but then there's a battery there. But there's sometimes a battery there. Usually there's a battery there, I think. Yeah, Forsaken Field is one of the other places that always has a battery, or always has like 5 batteries. I just think it's probably easier to drag it from Desolation Point than the airfield, but the airfield's the fallback location if you use up all the ones in the Hibernia Processing. Okay, might be worth repairing you on the next piece of meat. You haven't done a lot of stuff with the Travois myself. To be fair, I'm a little bit scared of all the bug reports I've been seeing about the Travois. From using the Travois mostly, but okay, now we can go ahead and do a repair cycle on the shirt here. Well, fair enough. Various reasons, if it's easier, then it's easier. The bear meat's going to be done. I got a little bit more repair. That's everything we want repaired except for the boots. Might repair the boots. Oh, actually, we could probably repair the combat pants as well. Wait, we'll do that in the next one. I don't have any deer hides near here. We'll have to go get some on the way. .57 minutes on that batch. Got enough fuel in that fire. Yeah, that's the sort of bug reports that I've been hearing about. The Travois being very prone to being lost in the lost and found. And it isn't groundbreaking. Well, it's probably more groundbreaking if you don't know where the lost and founds are. I know where a couple of them are, sort of as a side effect of updates, changing things. Oh yeah, I can see that being alarming. Okay, let's see if we can track some of this cooked bear meat back up to the base. Up to the maintenance shed.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah. The thing I'd be worried about with the despawn, respawn like that, would be I think they can still condition out in the Lost and Found. Right, so I'd be worried about the meat hitting 0% condition. But if I suppose if you're transporting over to Travoy, that would be less of an issue, because you're sticking the Travoy, it needs to have more than 0 condition anyway, right? So otherwise it disappears when you put it in the Travoy, which is just as bad. Yeah, and the spawn despawn, I've also heard that does a lot of condition damage to the Travoy as well. So you wear them out a lot faster. No, it's actually the, one of the reward items for completing, the Signal Void. So I've decided it's a rare enough item, I'm hauling it back to Coastal Highway to put on display instead of eating it. On Interloper, I think normally you get the accessory that lowers the weight of your rifle if you're on Stalker or Below, but you don't get a rifle on Interloper, obviously, so it doesn't reward you with that. Instead, the two rewards, besides canned corn, which you can get in some of the earlier ones, is the ham and the technical balaclava here. It's probably butchered that pronunciation, but those are the two things you get sort of rewarded with by doing the exploration. Yeah, it's the best kind of one. And I swapped it out for, previously I was using the toque, wool toque. You know, I didn't know it was a Futurama reference. Though I wouldn't be surprised if, in the case of Futurama, if Futurama was referencing somebody else as well. I left my salt and crackers behind, which is fine. I don't need it for the trip. Ah, yes, technically correct. The best kind of correct. I know that reference.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night. My fingers feel numb.
Heard what sound like pitter patter of some wolf feet. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to deal with wolves. You know, I need to take a moment to warm up. This is a good place I need
Never
to do
felt
it.
so cold in my life.
And of course, spook the wolf off. There we go. This is a good place to warm up.
Come on. Come on.
Don't like that it looks like the wind's picking up. I think we got enough wind protection here. It's not going to be a problem. Hopefully. But yeah, they're pretty rare in Interloper. At this point, I've explored most of the lore. Big Bear Island. So at this point, they're only going to be pretty much found all the ones I'm going to find, unless I find some more out in the far territories. Oh, I'm really not trusting that this fire is going to hold. I don't have any tea to make. Who makes coffee? Make a coffee. Yeah, as I figured, the fire's not going to hold. So let's get our coffee cooked. Oh, I can't both be getting warm from the fire and harvest those sticks right now. Okay. And let's see if we can make another tea quickly. Another coffee quickly. Interesting. I'm not sure if that is me or your end. I do have it set that if the local internet is an issue, that it will throttle the upload a little bit, so that you don't lose frames. Okay, well, then maybe it might be my end. The local internet isn't necessarily the best up here. No, then probably is my end. Probably just the internet didn't decide to not supply as many bits that moment. In theory, I'm both recording and streaming in 1080p. So, if for whatever reason the local internet can't keep up with 1080p, maybe due to the coding or the snow doesn't usually help, right? So it was probably because I was very focused in on the grass. Probably also doesn't help. It's probably my end, not your end in that case. In which case, that's what can get put across the local internet. I am recording this for YouTube locally, so if the local quality is bugging you,
Escape this cold.
and you want to see it in slightly higher quality, you can wait until it gets uploaded to YouTube and watch the local recording, which should be in 1080p. Unless something goes wrong with encoding. I think I've had one encoding issue the entire run.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Like taking condition damage from the cold, not particularly appreciative of that. Yo, no problem. I understand dogs needing to go outside, so I hope your dog is enjoying being outside, or at least enjoyed their bathroom break if it was just a temporary outside. Okay, got a little bit of wind shelter here. Let's see if we can warm up in the wind shelter here. Without the wind stealing my fire.
Come on.
I'm going to get my coal working I would like. Okay, we should get warm next this fire. Ah, I also left my porridge pine, so I can't make any porridge. I need to remember where I went and picked the purpose pie. I think that's something we need to make. That's fair enough. Okay, speed up the time we're spending here a little bit by passing time in the bedroll. And if we can, we'll try to take the fire with us in the form of torches. Welcome back. Okay, head Broken Railroad and into Forlorn Muskeg. Gonna take a detour. Well, the grand plan is to get back to Coastal Highway and to complete the trading mission. Part of the trading mission is to go retrieve signs of his friend. And I don't remember which of the river caches it was where we got the river's pie from. Which is, I believe, is the one that we need to find. So, I'm gonna take a detour to try to find... Well, not try to find. I'm gonna take the detour back to the one out here in the Muskeg, and then take the detour up to the one in Mystery Lake as we go past those locations. So where's the quickest way back straight out to the highway? We're going to follow the railroad tracks across the Muskeg. We're going to take the detour around the exterior here. Well, you probably know where the purpose cache is, but there's... For the Trader's Quest, there's 3 different purpose caches you need to go to out of the 9 possible spawns, I think. So, in fact, I know if I went and reviewed earlier footage, because I've been to the one we need to go to already. But that was before the quest got given to me, so I couldn't pick the thing up we needed to pick up. That makes sense. And I just forgot which one of the what? I think it's one there, one there, one there, one there. 6 of the 9 I've been to already. So I know it's one of the 6. Just don't remember which one of the 6. So we're gonna check a couple as we go along. Yeah, the spoiler I'll give to anyone that has watched earlier portions of the series is I believe it's the one we picked up the recipe in, because we already got the recipe. I just forget which of the Brewer's caches we went to find the recipe. May have been the one out in Hush River Valley, in which case that's going to be a bit of a detour. But yeah, so this is one of the ways that you can reliably and safely move around the muskeg. There's a bunch of thin ice out in the swampy portions of the muskeg. Which in good visibility like this isn't usually an issue to avoid. But if you end up getting caught in the middle of the muskeg and a fog rolls up, it's pretty easy to get lost in the middle of the muskeg, and that's never fun. So that's why I'm taking the long way around instead of the shortcut through the middle. Thanks. I wish you have the best of luck as well. Those crows are a human corpse, so I'm going to take a detour to it. Because I'm pretty sure there's a human one down the cave just over there. Oh, no, it's a flyover. Just a flyover. Oh, maybe there's a human one down there. Yeah, down there.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Convenient wolf meat. Need swamp torches. Okay, so next stop is the purpose cache. Yeah, it might not be the right purpose cache, because I know the purpose caches well, except for the one in the specific one in Pleasant Valley. Might actually be two in Pleasant Valley. I don't know. I've been to the second one. Except for the one in Pleasant Valley, the 9 purpose caches, I believe the contents are randomized. On Interloper, they're mostly empty, so while they're random, they're all pretty much the same, with some slight variations. We're about to reach the one in Pleasant Valley. We're going to take a look at it. Maybe the one we're looking for the Trader Quest? I don't think it is. I have a suspicion that's probably the one at Mountain Town or Flash River Valley, just to be an interesting annoyance. Wolf was aggroed on the deer. Is it going to stay aggroed on the deer? No, it's aggroed on me now. But yeah, there's a couple different ones. The contents are randomized. One of the 9 of them will be the first one for the quest. One of the 9 of them will be the second one, and one of the 9 of them will be the third one. I believe the first one's the one that gives you the purpose pie recipe. So again, if you rewound to when we were scouting these out the first couple times, you probably know which one's which. The ones we've been to, at least. So if this is the correct one, this one will have a loose brick somewhere. I think it's that. That's going off the cardboard box there. I think it's not this one. So I can probably check off the list for Pleasant Valley for the first one. This might actually... This might be one of them. This might just not be the first one. Which wouldn't surprise me. See, we definitely got some places that look like they have potentially loose bricks. Which is not the one we're looking for, at the moment at least. Yeah, I'm just getting false positives off of the carbon boxes. Okay, looking at the time, this is a good place to put a part break in for YouTube, so I'm popping out, popping in to put a quick save in. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to mute the mic quickly just to take a quick sip of tea between parts. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.